everyone, and welcome to Impossible Coin, your favorite weekly exploration of murders in the New England area. Our premier researcher from West Texas, noted cardiologist turned criminal investigator, and the individual who will solve the attempted murder of Beatrix Kiddo, Rocky Hardy.
I won't stop until these families get justice.
Somewhere in the state of Ohio, public accountant and historian of Western European literature, and the individual who will solve the suspicious death of Tom Zielinski at his own wedding reception, Tegan Somerset.
I have quite cleverly unraveled this web of lies and deceit, and I do plan on publishing at least 3 novels based on my findings.
Join us for another podcast where white people have committed crimes and we talk about it while you go jogging.
Sorry, there was just this real long pause where Brian goes, where white people stop. And I was just like, oh no. Oh no!
Don't worry, Tegan. We're not one of those podcasts. We're here to solve crimes while people go jogging. Rocky.
That's so bougie.
Wait,
yeah,
I
what
don't
up,
know
man?
what you mean by we're not those white people, because I don't know what those white people are. I thought you tried to whitewash Rocky.
No.
And I got real concerned. I was he forgot that we're not all white.
The white people are doing the crimes. Like, basically, this week, one of the things that happened in this world was, like, Brian went on various, like, podcast, like, catchers and various podcast apps and became incredibly frustrated with the fact that, like, it seems that roughly 80% of fucking podcasts now are about white people doing crimes, and then, like, 3 to 4 assholes will sit around with, like, a glass of Chardonnay and then be like, man, I bet I could solve that murder. And just, like, what the fuck? Like, there are more of those than there are video game podcasts, and there are literally all of the video game podcasts.
That's pretty wild.
How can you have more than all, Rocky?
Well, I mean, as long as white people... I think as long as white people keep killing each other and then getting labeled as a loner and mentally disturbed, there's gonna be those podcasts because that's all white people are, apparently. Alone and disturbed.
Oh. Are you guys familiar with the phenomenon? Like, I think people thought it was cute when Serial happened, but then all podcasts became Serial.
I'm aware of, like, armchair criminology podcasts, but, like, I don't listen to them.
Okay. All right.
I'm aware of ghost hunting podcasts.
Oh shit. All right. Makes note to self.
I mean, it's not oddly enough, it's not because I listen to ghost hunting podcasts. It's because the woman who sits in the cubicle next to me at work listens to ghost hunting podcasts at work. And if you approach her too carefully, too quietly around 2 p.m, she will jump out of her chair. And I found that out by rolling into her cube with a document, talking, and then I looked over at her, and she didn't realize I had rolled over. So then she, like, turned, and I was right there in her face.
That sounds like the kind of person who brings a Cobb salad to work every day.
No, she eats steamed broccoli and chicken.
Okay, that checks out.
Yeah. But she's so nice. She's such a nice lady. I do enjoy her.
Remind me, Tegan, whenever I am in Ohio, to bring that lady a better lunch. Just remind me to do it, because I will forget.
Well, I mean, it's because of she's on Weight Watchers also.
No, he could still accomplish that mission. Like,
I will figure something out.
Yeah.
Steamed broccoli and chicken is 0 points.
Oh, yeah.
It's an entire meal for 0 points.
There's got to be a tasty 0-point lunch out there.
I mean, yeah, it's anything that's got protein and vegetable. I know, Roman, you are also upset about her lunch. She rescues dogs and cats, and she walks them on the weekends, and sometimes after work, she'll go to the shelter and walk the dogs.
Oh.
It's so nice. She's such a nice lady.
She's just really into her ghost hunting podcast.
Yeah, she just really enjoys ghost hunting and true crime drama podcasts.
So, guys, we're not a podcast about white people committing crimes and then us thinking about those crimes while drinking wine.
Instead, we're committing the crimes.
I've lied to you. I'm trying to throw Rocky and Tegan in with me when I'm the one who did all the lying. We are mainly a podcast about video games. Sometimes we talk about other stuff. But
like
not
committing
much.
crimes?
Well, no, more like mixtapes that are dropped by fast food icons.
Oh, Jesus. Rocky, tell us about the things that you would like to bring to the table.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Like, so, day before recording, Wendy's put out a mixtape. Wendy of Wendy's put out a mixtape titled We Beefin', which is a diss tape or diss EP versus McDonald's. Actually, it's not just McDonald's. There is a whole track dedicated to McDonald's called Clownin'.
Nice.
And there's a couple of bars that take down like Hardy/Carl's Jr. There's some Jack in the Box jabs in there. It is definitely a trip. It's out there.
It's an all-inclusive takedown.
Yeah, equal opportunity diss tape. It's pretty great. I'm actually pretty partial to 2 tracks on it. Rest in Grease and 4 for $4. There. As you all know, the Wendy's is actually pretty active on Twitter. They slam other fast food Twitter accounts all the time, and it opens with a track called Twitter Fingers. And the mixtape was first made available on Spotify and Apple Music, and it was first traced to a tweet that went live around 9 a.m. Eastern on March 23rd.
Jeez.
I want to use words that aren't part of my regular lexicon to describe how I feel listening to this music. But
Okay.
I also don't want to do that because I don't want to use all of the words incorrectly and look like a stupid person trying to be cool.
Okay. Well, Tegan, try using your words, and then we'll figure out the gap.
Okay. It makes me want to fight someone.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
I want to FITE fight someone, and I want to wear like a crop top and like not hammer pants, but like that kind of like hip hop high fashion. Does that make sense? Is that a thing?
Okay.
I don't know. It's a thing in my stupid Korean fucking game.
There's hip hop high fashion. It exists.
It's like cool glasses and like pants that let you dance and run around, but like have really big pockets so you can like put a lot of things in them.
Okay.
You know? Or like an
Yeah.
entire I have a pair of these pants that I used to wear for a dance costume, and like you could fit like an entire bottle of water in the pants. Yeah.
I'm familiar with such pants.
Yeah, like those. And they don't look like you're carrying an entire bottle of water because they're just like they're baggy right at that spot.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense? And then they're like fitted right like below your knee. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. And like cool shoes, like cool colorful shoes that like you take home and you like clean them very carefully and then put them back in a box.
So like
when you store them.
This music makes Tegan want
I want to be
fight
so
someone
cool.
while dressed like a Nicki Minaj backup dancer. I'm down.
Yeah, but I'm not any of those things. Like, if anything, I'd be like a background person in like an Ed Sheeran video. Just like regular, mediocre white person on Subway with coffee. That would be me.
I need warning when you do that, Tegan.
When I do what? When I do what?
when you invoke the idea of like Ed Sheeran background entourage, I'm drinking coffee here.
I mean, you know.
Oh, man.
I mean, they wouldn't put me in an Ed Sheeran video because I'm ginger, and like you can't have two gingers in the same place for an extended period of time when one of them is supposed to have the spotlight, because people get surprised that there are multiple gingers in one location and will stare evenly at both of you. Because they'll think you're related. That's the first thing they do is, are you related to that person? No, I'm not. Just because I'm ginger doesn't mean I know all the other gingers.
Oh, man. This is excellent. Thanks for the titles, Tegan.
You're welcome. I'm happy to help. But yeah, I don't know. I want to fight someone. Makes me want to fight someone.
It is that kind of hype music.
Yeah.
They definitely captured that energy. I'm really enjoying it. And like, it's all jokes. Like, it really is. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna take this seriously, but it's a lot of fun. They make jokes about, the McFlurry machine always being broken. Yeah. There's a lot of references to other fast food establishments that use frozen meat, and Wendy famously doesn't. I
think this is it's an interesting kind of rebranding we're sort of falling into. Well, I don't know if we're falling. I don't know if like everyone's just like, okay, this is what happened. But like Arby's is like home of the geeks at this point. The geeks and the nerds with their on point video game, anime, and animation, general animation like marketing strategy, which is so good. And video games. Did I say video games? Oh, whatever. Anyway, so like Arby's has become home of the geeks, and then like Wendy's is out here like, no, I can't use those words. I'm not cool enough. Oh no.
They're out here picking fights. They're Twitter beefing.
Yeah. Twitter beefing. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then like, I don't know what anybody else is doing. They're just like kind of hanging out being like, what are these, children, what are you doing? Like,
well, I mean, Hardee's / Carl's Jr. isn't using supermodels to sell oversized burgers anymore, because I don't think anyone's buying that. And McDonald's is just kind of out here. McDonald's, I believe, is still number one, so they don't really do much. They just kind of hang out. They let everyone else talk.
Taco Bell has slowly become, like, without anybody noticing, the healthiest fast food chain, which is kind of a weird thing. Like, they, they like across the board reduced sodium in by 20% in every product offering of theirs, but
I like salt.
And they also managed to like reconfigure several of their meals to be like below 400 calories and and so like they've gone for like greater menu diversity and healthier options, and that's kind of like paid off for them.
Does that turn them into like healthy stoner food?
It's weird.
Are they still stoner food? Because they did do those French fries, but they're nachos.
What's interesting is they usually run like some bullshit menu item because people still associate them with bullshit menu items, and people come in for the bullshit menu item and they go like, oh, well, look at that. I came here for this dumb shit, but I'll have that instead. And then they got that, they married that guy in the Taco Bell in Vegas as like their publicity stunt.
Somebody got married at a Taco Bell?
Yeah, it's actually a video games guy. Giant Bomb employee Dan Reichert.
Good for him.
And friend of Dave Lang got married at Taco Bell. In fact, if you want, there's video on YouTube of Dave Lang at a backyard barbecue drunkenly throwing Jenga pieces at Dan Reichert. So, yeah.
That sounds like an appropriate party.
Yep. Man, one of the things that what Lang said to us a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the idea of that spiritual successor to the Burger King video game, Sneak King, that he'd like to make, is he's not sure what fast food chain would be up for that kind of shit at this point. I feel
Wendy's
like all
might be
of them is kind of the answer.
Yeah. Can we do like a cross-platform fighter
with the mascots?
Yeah, with the mascots.
That sounds like fun.
The Arby's mascot is just a sandwich with a hat on it. That's it. Mm. It's not even just the hat. It's a sandwich with the hat on it.
Jeez.
God bless you.
Thank you. Been sneezing lately.
Does anybody here
spring
remember
is
that?
Here, so
remember that mashup from like a couple years ago, which was like a Biggie mashup with Miley Cyrus?
Yeah,
nope.
I remember.
Nope.
This makes me feel like that mashup.
Okay.
I want Wendy's to come out and like actually perform these lyrics.
Oh God, they're gonna hire an actress. They're gonna do it. There's no way
they gonna hire the right actress?
I mean, if we're talking about Wendy's, they have the money to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they have the money to do it, but are they going to do it?
It depends on how far ahead they plan. Like, if they use like someone to perform these lyrics and like they have like a 2-year plan of like appearances for this Wendy character, then yeah, they'll spend the money and the time to find the right person.
Why would they not just use the person who's singing the song?
She might not look like Wendy.
Who cares if she looks like Wendy? She looks like the new Wendy. She looks like the cool Wendy. She looks like the Wendy actually wants to be when she's ripping people a new one on Twitter.
God, like I'm uncomfortable with these like sexy Gajinka of like Wendy. I think it's a little much.
This one's kind of I don't know. I do like that the leggings say fresh across the butt. I do like that.
Oh man. Okay. But yeah, Brian, I'm really sorry. I should have definitely got this to you guys earlier so that you guys could have listened to it. We could weigh in on some of the bars. But Jesus Christ.
I don't think I'm cool enough to do that. I really don't. I don't think you understand how not cool I am.
You just gotta hang out. It's like, yeah, we'll get you to a point where it's just like, I'm not cool enough to do this to like I can do it. I can talk a little bit of hip hop. I know a couple things.
No, you don't understand. Like, I'm getting ready to buy a dad hat from Box Lunch because it's got a Patamon on it. You don't understand how not cool I am.
Oh my God, Tegan's just like, she's just serving up these titles today, man. You think she's Wendy? Wait, Tegan, would you cosplay Wendy?
I would cosplay Wendy, yes. Gang. I would cosplay Wendy. I would, to get the right, if, like, everybody was cool with just, like, a typical ginger for her hair, I could just, like, literally put some coat hanger in my hair, and do the braids and be done. But if we're going for that, like, candy red color, I would need a wig.
Okay. No, that's real.
But, like, other than that, that's basically me. Freckles, banging eyeliner, green eyes, red hair. Yep. Done.
And then we'll film the lip sync video to the We Beef.
I'm not cool enough to do that.
Tegan, we can figure it out.
No, we can't.
Okay. So outside of this mixtape, Jesus Christ, because that just happened yesterday. I have cleared Celeste, and getting to the top of the mountain was like a small enough moment. Like, it wasn't like with a bunch of bells and whistles, but it was very poignant getting up there. You run through like the gauntlet of like the last of like all 7 levels and whatnot. And like you have, I'm sorry, I said double jump last week. I meant to say triple jump because the double jump is the first thing you get in the game. So you get that, and like Celeste has like a series of like conversations, like becoming more accepting of like her alter ego. Well, I guess it's called part of you, but that's pretty much it. There's like a sort of like evil, angrier version, or I'd rather say negative version of Madeline as you climb up to the rest of Celeste Mountain. And when you're getting up to the end, when you're in the last section, you get like a bunch of signs that are numbered, like a countdown, until like you get to like the one, and then you get to the giant like flag at the top of the mountain. And then you get to come down, everybody eats strawberry pie, everybody says their goodbyes, it's really chill. It's really cool. I'm really happy with how that actually played out.
I think I'm going to try and finish that this weekend. So, Rocky, I think you know where I am, having just run away from Mr. Oshiro. How much longer do I have?
Okay, so I know you had trouble with Oshiro, and honestly, there are some difficult jumps in there, but I know some parts of it are just like the sequences that are pretty tough. Like you get like some options that it's more optimal to do in a certain order, like when you're clearing out that one room. But outside of that, I think there are 3 levels left, because you go into that temple, and then you're in that one area where everything goes to shit, and you get knocked all the way down the mountain, and then you do like a section where Madeline finds herself, and then you climb all the way back up, and then you do the last gauntlet, and then that's the game. And then you can start doing the B-sides. And technically, once you do all the B-sides, because there's an after-game level that's like inside the mountain that I haven't gotten to yet, because I'm not sure how many tapes I need to do. I think I need to do all of them, but there's only like 4 hearts there. So when you clear a B-side, like at the end of it, instead of like, getting to like the next part and climbing further up the mountain, you get to a new area where you collect a heart. And I know 4 hearts opens the first door, and I'm assuming the next 3 open the other one. Yeah, so there's like an 8th stage that you can go to, but it's not part of it's part of the story, but not part of the story. Like Madeline returns to the mountain like sometime after her initial climb, because the old lady tells her that there's something else to explore. But yeah, like you got 3 stages left. There are some parts, and so, like getting through the whole thing, I think you can still do in about an hour per stage. I'd block out maybe about 5 hours altogether to like take some time and like reckon with the material.
Okay, all right, yeah, I can definitely get that punched out this weekend.
Yeah. And I've been doing the B-sides, and the B-sides are tough as shit, and I love it. Like, I posted a couple of some of the sequences that I got through on the Twitter, and I even posted some with the deaths, because while it's not like super entertaining to like watch someone die a couple of times, like those deaths like meant something to me each time I got one. Like I got like a little bit more knowledge every time I died, until like I actually got the section. And the game like wants me to like use these jumps and burn like every last bit of my stamina. They want me to take my second jump at the last possible moment to make the pass. It's really cool. I'm enjoying it a lot. Like the game itself is like delightful to jump through, and the story is fun, but like the B-sides, it's just like, hey man, I know we taught you how to do this. Now I want you to. It's more like I had a professor, like a chemistry professor, where he would give us exams that didn't actually resemble the work that we've been doing before. The way I'd liken it to is that he taught us how to build birdhouses, and during exams he would ask us to build a log cabin. Like it has the same parts and the same ideas. It's just now you're using them in a new way. And that's how the B-sides really feel. Plus, like, the B-sides come with B-side music, and it's all dope. Like, Celeste is excellent.
Yeah, it's definitely, at the risk of sounding twee, it's a must play. Like, it's one of those. Like, people need to see this game.
Yeah.
So, Rocky, when you're not playing delightful, engaging, story-driven, tough-as-nails platformers, from what I understand, a child's cardiologist has been added to Monster Hunter?
What? No, it's just Devil Joe. It's the pickle.
What?
Devil Joe is a monster that's no stranger to the Monster Hunter series. It's a giant like green T-Rex with a really huge tail. But hunters over the years have affectionately called it the pickle because it looks like a giant pickle. And it's
Googling Devil Joe.
Yeah. It's Devil, and then it's HJO. No, JHO. Yeah, Devil JHO. Yeah,
Images.
Yeah, looks like a giant pickle. It's great.
I can see it.
I'm not convinced. I don't know. He looks more like some really upset seaweed.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
He's like long and wiggly and green.
But the Tegan, the part that you're forgetting is that he's thick.
When you say it that way, it just sounds so bad.
Okay, but anyways, so Devil Joe was added into the game. Also, we're pushed into 2.0, which means there were a lot of balance changes that were added to the game. Dual Blade specifically has its round slash increased in damage, so it's a much more useful move. Great Sword's level 2 charge was increased. Hammer's charge time was decreased. There's a lot of really like nice quality of life things that they patched for like certain weapons, which is cool. Devil Joe themselves fights a lot like Anjanath, or to be honest, the better way to say is that Anjanath is like Devil Joe minus. Like it's just like a much smaller Devil Joe, and its breath attack is like in a small cone in front of it rather than the like straight line that Anjanath has. And Devil Joe only has 2 weak points, which is its jaw and like a small glowing spot on its chest, which means I can't fight it. Well, I could fight it with dual blades if I really, really wanted to, but I don't. Like, it's too much of a hassle because I have to like hit its legs hoping for a knockdown and then try to get my damage. So, I've been fighting it with bow, and that's been sick. And Devil Joe, its claim to fame is that it's a notoriously angry and hungry monster. It'll show up in just random hunts because it can. And so, like, you always have to be worried in, like, high rank hunts that Devil Joe's just gonna jump in and wreck your shit while you're doing other stuff. What did you do, Brian?
He just sent in a picture of, like, I think, is that Pickle Rick?
It's Pickle Rick plus Devil Joe limbs.
God, I don't understand Rick and Morty.
It's
Don't
fine.
try to explain it to me. I don't want to know.
Okay.
I don't care. The fandom is a mess, and I'm out. I'm not here.
Well,
I'm too old for that nonsense.
Well, apparently they're not getting season 4, so it seems like everyone's out.
Good.
But what's it called? Devil Joe. One of the things that it would do is that when you chop off its tail, because it was so hungry, like, and always wants to eat, usually you can trick into eating like poisoned meat and whatever to get free statuses, but it would choose to eat its own tail before trying to eat anything else, which is just generally horrifying. But in this game, when there are smaller monsters about, like say a Great Jagras, Devil Joe will elect, instead of continuing to fight you, to fight the small monster and pick it up in its mouth and then use it as a bludgeon to hit you with. And so, like, the first time I fought a Devil Joe, it, like, a Great Jagras was just walking by, and it walks up, snatches up the Great Jagras, starts biting it, like, for, like, 300 damage per, like, chomp, and then slams it into me, and it one-hit KO'd me, and it dealt 1,000 damage to the Jagras. It's pretty spooky. So one of the things that I've been scrambling to do sometimes is trying to kill the small monster that wanders into the area before Devil Joe can pick it up and beat me with it, which is, it's been a time. But its gear is some of the best in the game. Its armor set has some really good skills, and each of its weapons, which there's a one Devil Joe weapon for every weapon type, is now the strongest dragon type weapon in the game, so it's, necessary reading. So that's where I'm at. So I gotta finish that farm. I actually need a gem for the upgraded bow, and then I'll come back and build the dual blades. But I gotta get into a rhythm with Devil Joe. It's weird.
went
Horrifying.
and looked up some pictures of Devil Joe doing exactly what you're describing. Like, and it makes me want to go to my garage, find a shovel, dig a hole in my backyard, put my PS4 into that hole, cover it up, and then move out of state.
No, man. Like, it's because he's terrified. And he should be, honestly. Like, Devil Joe's not a joke. Like, I'm actually really glad because, like, the game itself had some pretty, like, harrowing encounters so far. And, like, I was worried that Devil Joe would be kind of meh. And it's not. Like, Devil Joe is fucking scary. And I've been having a great time just trying to, like, survive fighting it. It's really hard because it only has 2 particular weak spots. So, like, the fights always run long. My first run against Devil Joe, like, not my first run, but my first clear, which is a solo fight, like, I had to do it by myself. It took me 26 minutes to kill it. And it carded me twice. Like, it's pretty serious. I ran a fight with, like, randoms, like, in a group. And I think we cleared it just over 15 minutes. So it has a lot of health, and, like, the lack of, like, exposable weak spots definitely extend the fight. And it will, like, fight anyone and everyone that shows up. Like, there's a Toby Kadachi that just kind of wanders in, and it's like, Toby, you know what? You can get these hands too. Like, it's pretty wild.
It's so grumpy.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's like Wendy's.
It's
just coming for you.
Rocky, did I make a mistake buying this video game?
Yes, you did. You have to be willing to sacrifice for the greater glory and murder all of the leaders of the communities. Before this guy does, apparently, Jesus.
Yeah. Devil Joe is an apex predator. I still say no. Brian, one of the things that I have always appreciated about Monster Hunter is that when you're not ready for Monster Hunter, it'll definitely hang out. But when you are ready, Monster Hunter will always accept you. It will definitely teach you its ropes and allow you to learn its challenges. You just got to be open to it. And I don't know. I feel like
Devil Joe has no friends, Rocky.
No, Devil Joe has no friends. It is a monster that needs to be slain, but it's going to try to take down as many monsters as it can as it's going.
God
also,
damn.
Like, Devil Joe, like, comes with its own, like, unique, like, turf war animations for everything. And while Devil Joe, to my knowledge, has won every single one of them, I still haven't seen Devil Joe fight an Elder Dragon yet, but I'm not sure about that. But I saw it fight, like, what we thought was going to be the new Devil Joe, Basil Juice, which is like a flying
Wait.
no,
Hold the damn phone here. Basil Juice?
Yeah, Basil
Juice.
We've also taken to calling it B-52 because it's a monster that flies around or glides mostly, and it has scales on its undercarriage that, like, explode when detonated. So one of its, like, moves that it'll fly around, dropping its scales all over the battlefield, and then dive bomb to detonate, like, the whole field. It's pretty intense. And I actually captured a video last night of me fighting a Devil Joe with a group, and then a Basil Juice shows up, and the Basil Juice and the Devil Joe go into a turf war, and the Devil Joe like bites into, like, the neck of the Basil Juice, but it starts dropping scales, and then when it slams it down, it detonates the scales, so Devil Joe takes, like, the blast damage, which is like 120, but it's true damage, and then the Devil Joe, like, jumps and, like, slams the Basil Juice into the ground for, like, 3k damage. It was really spooky.
Fuck. Like, this all sounds like harrowing, terrifying, but kind of fun. I just have no I don't know. Is it possible to be a Monster Hunter tourist? Can I, like, just wear a hat and go around and be like, look at all this? Like, I don't know.
Isn't that what the people who give you the girl, what is she?
The handler.
Yeah, the handler. You can be the handler.
Yeah, I want to go on safari, Rocky. I want to go on safari. Like, how do I go on safari?
Okay.
You don't get to go on safari in Monster Hunter. You either die or get killed.
No.
What are you gonna do?
Die or get killed. Jesus.
Okay. Oh, Tegan's on fire this week.
So Brian, I can bring you with me. Like you can be my photographer. You can just hang out and take some shares and whatnot, and I'll show you some stuff, and you can just hang out in the background.
I don't know. I'd like to. God damn it! Like I would like to like this game, Rocky.
I want you to like this game too, man.
Try harder, Brian, because I like this game and I'm not even playing it.
Tegan.
Don't give the goods to Brian. Don't do that. Because it's not actually helpful.
Tegan, did you sell your copy of Monster Hunter?
No, I still have it. I still have my copy of Monster Hunter, but I watch Alex play Monster Hunter a lot.
See, Tegan is a safari.
I'm on Safari. I wear a big sun hat. I put the sunblock on. I got my cargo shorts, my floral Hawaiian top, and a big old camera. And I'm like, oh, look at that!
Florals in spring? Groundbreaking.
Thank you.
God.
Oh,
I don't even know.
A good movie.
Tegan.
Yeah.
Last week, there was a game featured in our Steam segment called Paleocalypse.
Yep.
It looked like complete trash.
Yep.
And you made the bold statement that if I spent the $3 and purchased you Paleocalypse, you would return with a report on Paleocalypse.
Yep.
So, for our listeners out there, after the show, I shelled out $3 and bought Paleocalypse for Tegan.
He did.
So, I've got my popcorn here. I am ready to go. I'd now like my Paleocalypse report.
I downloaded it this morning.
For fuck's sake.
Until next time.
Yep. I downloaded it this morning. I got the notification in my email that, Brian has purchased you a game. And I went, sweet. Deleted the email and went about my week as usual.
Jesus.
And then Brian Brian and I were working on the show doc on Thursday, and he goes, and he types in Paleocalypse. How's the $3 Steam trash? And I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't even download it. So I just downloaded it this morning, and I'll return next week with an actual report on how bad it is.
Nah.
But yeah. I do have some other reports though that I could make.
Please do.
Yeah, I'm playing Fee still, and now I like the game. It took 3 boss levels, quote unquote boss levels, for me to like the game. So that's a thing. It's very pretty. The sound design is like real good, and in a game where you communicate with all the other animals by making really obnoxious singing sounds, good sound design is very good. But like, there are no instructions. It's just kind of like, go. But now I have this bird that if I sing, because I helped the bird, the big bird, and got all its eggs, so it taught me how to talk to birds, with magical singing. And so now, whenever I'm lost, I just sing really loud for a while, and then a little bird will show up and fly around me, and then I just have to do like another little, like a short sing, like a little ha, and it'll lead me to where I need to go. It'll fly off.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
In the right direction. So, and that's been really helpful because I've been like, la 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 la, where the fuck am I? And then it comes out, and I'm like, hey, and it's like, oh, you're supposed to be way back this way. I'm like, oh, me. Oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. Nice, okay. But I can talk to the salamanders now, which open up the little explodey trampoline pods. And I can talk to the big deer whose mouth is in their forehead. Because I helped and climbed a very large tree deer, and I can talk to the birds. So So far, so good. I think I'm gonna get to talk to, the monkey rhinos? Maybe? They're
okay.
blue. Their sound thing is blue. And they're all like, they're big and they're hunched over and they've got like they look kind of like a gorilla, but they have antlers and like a very large jaw. And they're very, very like shaggy furry, like kind of like a yak. I don't know. But they light up stuff. So like I run into this dark cave and I rescued one and then it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna go this way. And it sings and all these mushrooms light up and then we run and then it gets dark again and then it sings and then the mushrooms light up and then we run. And it's the only way you can get through the spooky dark caves. So I think I'm gonna get to use the light up magic powers next.
Neat.
Yeah, and there are these parts where like you're temporarily... Like, you sing in front of these, like, they look like small televisions.
Okay.
But they're not. And then, like, the part that is the screen, like, it looks like a TV that's off, but it's made out of stone. And you sing, and then, like, the screen part falls out, and you, like, pick it up and put it against your head, in your head, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, you're the monsters, and you have to, like, go do a thing. That's mostly you, like, walking towards something until something happens. And it's kind of showing you, like, how all these monsters came to the world and how they're... I don't know if they're fucking it up or not. But, you know.
Okay.
They're definitely disrupting it. So... But I don't know what their end goal is. So, that's a thing. Fee's a good game, but the lack of instructions is frustrating.
Okay. I'll buy that.
Yeah.
What else you been playing?
Alex is playing Sea of Thieves. I am watching him play Sea of Thieves. The water's so pretty! The water is so pretty! Oh my god. Have you ever seen water so beautiful that wasn't actual ocean water in, like, the Caribbean? No.
Nah.
Probably not. It's blues and greens, and it changes color with the weather, and it's like, oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
So, Tegan, is there a reason that you decided to lean back on this one as opposed to diving in yourself?
We only got one copy. And we got 2 Xboxes, but only one copy of the game. That's it.
I did not realize that yours was a dual Xbox household.
Yeah, Alex bought the Xbox One X and then did not sell his Xbox One. So we have an Xbox One S and an Xbox One X.
I am sure that it'll be probably not long before you can scare up a copy of that on the cheap.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm 100% positive. And so then I'll probably try it. But, right now I watch Alex play, like, with his buds. And it's real cool. Like, his favorite thing to do, like, you can captain an entire ship by yourself. You captain a very small ship, but you can captain a ship by yourself. And it takes a long time. Like, it's hard. It's definitely harder to do it all alone, for sure. But Alex's favorite thing to do is, put himself perpendicular to, other ships, and then play Flight of the Valkyries as his boat goes directly into the side of their ship.
Sounds about right.
He's just like, I'm bored. I'm gonna just dick around. And so, like, he'll just sail around, find other boats, and just stand there and wave and then play music, and then they, like, ignore him, and when they ignore him, he pulls up anchor, drops his sails, and just plays Flight of the Valkyries right into their ship. It's a good time. It's real funny. A lot of times, somebody will be up there and they'll be like, fuck! And then they shoot him with cannons until he dies, which is usually before he can get over there, but he's still having a good time, so...
Rocky, are you going to mess around with this on PC?
I don't know. I don't trust this PC. I mean, I love this thing. It helps me, make the show. I don't know if it'll help me play games.
Have you seen the specs that this thing runs on a PC?
I've seen that they're pretty low, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Like, it appears to be sub-potato. Like, whatever below is below a potato, perhaps a radish. It could run on a radish.
It can run on a radish.
I think below potato is toaster level. I'm pretty sure, because potatoes at least generate their own electricity.
But you can power a toaster with a potato.
True. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into Sea of Thieves. I'm also going to try and fuck with that some this weekend. So I guess that is.
I don't know if you'll like it, but you will appreciate the water at least.
So are there specific things that you think will be off-putting to me in particular, or do you think it's just off-putting to people in general?
I think it's more off-putting to people in general.
Okay.
Like, it's only been like a week, 2 weeks, something like that, and there's already a bunch of assholes on there, you know, as you do.
Well, you've just described video games, so
yeah, I know. The nice thing is, when you do leave your game, your ship despawns with you, but you have to make sure to sell your treasure before you despawn, or else all of your treasure goes away too. You can't just hoard it. And while you're offloading,
how am I going to build One Piece?
Right?
That's what I really want. I just want to make One Piece.
You could do that. I'm sure you could do that. I have faith.
Brian, you want to help me make One Piece?
yes.
And then we'll make other characters like Monkey D. Luffy that's trying to find it after we forget where we put One Piece.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I am all about like doing as much dumb shit. Like, I mean, basically,
it's full of dumb shit.
Yeah, like Monster Hunter. You guys saw the character I made for Monster Hunter. Like, it speaks to my deep desire to do dumb things in games. And then Monster Hunter's like, why are you trying to do dumb things here? Fuck off. And Sea of Thieves appears to be in a whole game about doing dumb shit.
Yes.
I was watching some Twitch streams of this, and I like the fact that when you get so drunk that you puke, that the puke animation is then random about when you do. Mm-hmm. And it was a ship where there were two guys puking, and there was a guy who was trying to steer, and so one of the dudes just went up to the guy steering and was like puking all over the wheel for the ship, and I'm like, yep, that's good. And then the other guy like climbed the sails and was up in the crow's nest puking down onto the deck of the ship.
Yep.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I'm like, all right.
You can get a thing called a chest of sorrows, which cries and fills your boat up with water.
Oh, man.
So somebody's got to be down there with the chest of sorrows bailing out your boat, or else it'll sink your boat. And you can, if you're careful, sneak it onto somebody else's boat without them knowing and sink their boat. You gotta be careful about that, though. Alex accidentally did that. He was wandering around, got on a boat, thought it was his boat, and then it was not his boat. So he got downstairs and he's like, oh, this is not my boat. And then the boat just started going, and he's like, oh, I'm in a boat. I'm gonna sit down here on this boat until they stop so I could go back to my boat. And so he was just hanging out, eating bananas in the bottom, and one of the other guys on this boat comes downstairs and is like, what the hell? And he's just like, hello.
So he was Captain Jack Sparrow for a second.
Yeah, and the other guy shot him. So.
Oh, God.
I mean, that got him back to his boat, so. You know. But he was
like
just like,
hi! I like all of these, like, silly, emergent stories that, like.
It is a silly game.
Yeah, I like the idea of something where it's just like, just be goofy and, like, fuck around. Like, it is a game that seems designed for fucking off and like getting together with your friends and being silly. And that sounds fun. I'm on board.
Yep. Okay.
Cool.
You'll probably like it then. As long as you can stay away from like actual assholes. Be kind to your fellow gamers in Sea of Thieves. We're all just trying to have a good time. We're all just having a good time. But yeah. Fun. Anyway. I'm also playing Love Nikki still, and like, I am ashamed And everyone is too.
Tegan, why would you be ashamed of playing a game? Like, I'm really interested here.
Cause I'm spending money on it by like a lot.
But Tegan, I was under the impression that Love Nikki was only available digitally and was a free-to-play product without physical goods.
Yep, that's 100% true, Brian. It's a free-to-play product without physical goods, and I don't get any cardboard for it, and I don't get any actual fashion for it, but, like, damn. I spent money on it again. Again! This is such a problem!
How much did you spend, Tegan?
This week, I spent $45. 2 weeks ago, I spent $20. A couple weeks before that, I spent another $20. I've probably invested over $100 in this game.
And how long did it take you to hit 100, Tegan?
Not very long.
So
Probably like 3 months.
So my 400 and change in 3.5 years.
Yep. Yep. It's not my fault. Okay,
it's not her fault.
Not my
no, hold on. I
fault.
want to hear this.
All right, I'm glad I got used for this popcorn. I brought the Paleocalypse popcorn. I'm going to get to use it.
I'm so sad. The costumes are really cool. I like feeling pretty.
I mean,
Gaming.
I get that.
And now I have a house. I don't care about the house, though. The house thing is kind of dumb. But, like, the fashion stuff is so cool. Like, right now they're doing an event called Void Singer. Which is, like, definitely, totally not Space Hatsune Miku. Like, as you do. But it's totally Space Hatsune Miku. And, like, I was like, well, I'll just do the math and figure out, how many, cause I've got, like, a ton of diamonds saved up, which is the paid for currency.
Right.
Totally not because I'm paying for the things, but because you get the diamonds when you pay for other things like cool fashion packs, like, the cat pack and the rich lady with the dog pack and what is it? The paper, hang on. The paper fan. No, it's not called a paper. Let me see. The Clover Ceremony pack, the Ice Waltz pack, the Snowstone Tusk pack, the Decided Kalpa. I don't know what that means. I got Butterfly Shade and White Masquerade. I spent money on those. I got Dream Travel. That was money. Fluffy Gentleman was money. Yama Judge was money. Flower and Mirror was money. Alice's Time Gate was money. Flower Song and Fan was money. Peony Pavilion. Melody of Stars. That was the most recent one I spent money on. Jesus God. But where's the one? Yuki was a free. Some of them are like free. Like, so like the Lunar New Year just happened, right? So so between February and the end of March, they were doing a giveaway event where like if you log in once a day, you can get 8 pieces of clothing for the, whatever the lunar outfit was called. Where is it? Oh, where'd it go? It's cute. Blessed Bark is the Lunar New Year outfit. And so it's only like 8 pieces, so you just have to log in for 8 days, but you have 30 days to collect it, so you just have to log in 8 times over the 30-day period, which is cool. It's not like you have to log in 8 days in a row. But yeah. There's so much money. I dropped a bunch. Singing Phoenix was the most recent one that I mean, some of them are like $5, which doesn't seem so bad, and then some of them are like drop, like this time it's, drop $20. Where is it? Not that one. This one? Nope. You drop $20 and you can get, you can get the pet pack, which features the cat outfit and the rich lady with the dog outfit. The fox pack is back. That's from last late fall. And it's only $5. And then because the Void Singer pack, you have to earn cubes by doing fashion contests. And you can do 5 fashion contests for each set a day, which could get you like 125 cubes from each level, so 100 cubes a day. But then each piece in the thing is like a bajillion D cubes, and it's gonna cost like 4,000 something to get all the pieces for both costumes, and there's only 3 days left, and if you do each section only once, you only end up with 100 cubes, and like the hair on one of them is like 230 cubes. So like they want you to spend diamonds on it basically, but if you would rather spend real money on it, they will sell you 700 cubes for $15, and maybe I did that last night. So that I could, just so I could finish the one set, because I really wanted the one set, but now I'm starting to work on the other set, and it's money, and I'm a bad person, and this is why I can't play games with things.
Tegan, you're not a bad person.
I'm spending so much money. This money could be going to other stuff.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's freemium tech, because there's freemium tech in everything. Like, it requires some planning, and I know you're at the crunch, which is why you're actually spending money.
It's always the crunch. It's always the crunch. Like, this stuff does not... They were like, hey, you have 8 days to do this. And I'm like, even if I played my 5 levels every day, in the 8 days, that would only be 800 cubes. And the 800 cubes does not cover the entire of the outfit that I'm getting for half off, because the half off outfit is 1,200 cubes. So I'd still be spending diamonds regardless of whether or not I'm spending money as well. But the diamonds you can earn every day for free by doing like the daily events. Like every 10 bits of activity you get diamonds. And you can get up to 53 diamonds a day by just doing like the daily stuff. So like you have to save in the long term, but a lot of the costumes are real cool and I want them. I want them. And like I've seen the bridal events come back twice now, and both times I haven't been able to get any of the stuff. Like you don't lose the stuff, which is nice, because they're like, when we bring the event back, if you had leftover stuff, you can have that, like, leftover, like, rings or whatever. You can have those back, and they'll go in your pot towards the next, the next time we bring it around. But, like, there's so many outfits. It's hard. It's so hard. I just want to look cool. And pretty.
Well, get it. Treat yourself.
So...
Treat myself to hundreds of dollars in non-physical goods that I can't do anything with, and if I lose my account, then I'm fucked, and all that money just goes down the drain.
This is also true.
Makes me sad. Makes me sad. But I just want to look cool.
You're gonna say something, Brian?
Well, Tegan, I'm looking forward to teaching you how to build a good deck in Hearthstone.
I'm not gonna build a deck in Hearthstone.
But what if you get good at Hearthstone and you use your skills to win back what you lost in Love Nikki money?
Can I win real money in Hearthstone?
Well,
yes, it's big money.
Yeah, like just get into the pro scene or stream.
Stream Hearthstone.
Yeah, like Hearthstone is consistently like in the top 10, if not top 5 games on Twitch at any given time.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't think I'd be any good at it, though. I'm not as strategic.
Then,
you mean
Tegan, I will teach you how to smork. If you don't want to be strategic, I will teach you how to smork.
What's a smorg?
Repeat after me. Always go face.
What?
Always go face.
What does that mean?
That means that no matter what the other player does, hit them in the face.
Okay.
Yep.
That just sounds like some good football logic.
And I will help you build a face deck, and you will run that face deck. Be incredible.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna suffer. Cool with
Like
suffering.
that one meme, what is this, like, guess I'll just die?
Yeah, I guess basically, it's like, well, I guess I'll just die. Cause like,
Or Tegan,
I
you could
hate
play.
this.
You could
I hate
win.
this. I hate admitting that Brian, I hate this. I want to be morally superior.
You gotta pay for those, Tegan.
Damn it! I gotta pay for my moral superiority. It's so sad.
Alright, Brian, so, speaking of moral superiority, I hear you're doing crimes?
Actually, I guess we're doing crimes.
We're doing crimes.
Yeah, A Way Out is a cooperative video game that must be played by two people, no more, no less. And Tegan and I dumped like 3.5 hours into this game last night.
We did.
Yeah.
It was a late night time for Tegan. Tegan needed to sleep afterwards.
I was going to say, like, what's funny is that, like, there were at least 3 times during the course of it that, like, Tegan was like, yeah, I'm going to go to bed soon. And then I think the game was just so engaging that we just kept on going. And essentially it got to a point where I think we just had to, like, force ourselves to stop. Otherwise the show would have been not good because we would have been tired. But, like, I could have kept going. It was, like, really good. Like,
it was fun. So there's 2 guys, right? And the one's in for what, Brian?
Well, your man, Vince, he did a murder.
I did a murder. I murdered a man!
Yes.
Maybe.
I did various robbery crimes, seemingly a bank robbery. I am Leo.
I'm Vincent.
Yes.
And welcome to True Crime Drama.
Yep.
The show where we try to bust each other out of jail. And Tegan says she's bad at QuickTime events, but then Brian's actually bad at QuickTime events.
Wait, which QuickTime events did I do bad at?
The climbing up the shaft.
Wait, no, we did okay there.
Up the shaft.
Well, yeah, but like okay, so there's this like a big old air duct, and we have to climb straight up it back to back. And I'm like, okay, every time I say go, we're gonna push the button. He's like, okay. And then I would go up 3 times and almost cause us to fall because Brian couldn't hit the button at the right time.
No.
So then I was just like, whenever I think Brian's gonna hit the button, I'm gonna hit the button. And that went much better. It was fun.
Yeah, no, that...
And I caught a fish! And Brian caught no fish.
I feel like that shaft back-to-back thing was, like, ridiculously cool. Like, that was so, like, we got in there, and I think we knew what was coming. We're like, are they going to make us do this? Is it, like, you could feel it coming, that back-to-back thing. And they're like, yep, you're going to go back-to-back. Which was, like, super great. There was another part later where, like, we stole a cop car. That was, like, super tense, because we just, like, all we had to do was, like, drive across this bridge in this cop car and, like, not get caught. And, man, just, like, the game does tension really, really well. There was, like, once we actually got out of the prison, there's a sequence where, like, you just kind of need to push through the woods, but there's a whole bunch of, like, prison guards out there in the woods looking for you. And so, like, it like, very much turns into, like, this Metal Gear thing where, like, the only thing you can really do is come up behind dudes and bop them or hide.
Yep.
And it was really cool how, like, the game kind of wanted... It used physical space to encourage cooperation and, like, making you talk to each other very, very well. Like, earlier in the game, there's a sequence where you're trying to get through a courtyard and avoid a spotlight, but a lot of the spaces are designed so that way you can't be exactly beside each other because the spaces aren't wide enough. I'm thinking about that first staircase down, Tegan.
Oh, yeah, where you kept getting caught and I'd be, like, hiding, and I'm like, what are you doing? And you're
Right.
like, I don't know, I keep standing up.
Right, and so then the problem is that, like, and I think it maybe took us a few minutes to realize this, was that spot by that first staircase wasn't wide enough for two people.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happened was first we tried running down to this first, like, large air conditioner, and because there was room, like, by this, like, large, like, ceiling air conditioner unit that was wide enough for two people. And Tegan was like, why don't you run over there? I think that's where we're supposed to go next. And so then I ran over there. And so then she ran in the other direction. And we realized what had happened is that I had run into a dead end because we couldn't really tell that was a dead end from where we were. And they were like, oh, so the most effective thing to do in this sequence is for one person to essentially, like, function as, like, lookout for the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, spread out and then, like, talk about where you are and, like, okay, you can go now. Like, there was a part where there was a pretty long area that you need to run through without getting caught by the spotlight. And if somebody who's been able to get through it first is going to know the timing better than the second person.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tegan was able to say, like, oh, okay, run now. And then, like, later on when we got into the woods and there's all the prison guards about, like, I guess, like, we hadn't even, like, worked out a plan yet, but it just kind of, like, happened that way.
He went all Hitman on him. It was great.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, no problem. Like, what I'll do now is I'll spread out. I'll go first, and I'll bop all the dudes and clear out the woods and make this easier for us.
And then I'll hang out in the bushes and be like, oh, God, there's a guy with a flashlight. He's coming around that corner. Maybe you should duck.
But it's really interesting, like, the way that the game encourages, like, cooperative play and, like, the new types of things it asks you to do. Like, there's a part that comes, like, very early on. I think the point where, like, we got, like, really hooked and we're like, oh shit, this is fucking awesome, was the part where with the toilet near the beginning. Yeah, that part was
You
fucking
were not
great.
The best lookout, though.
Oh.
So, like, one of you is, like, looking out, is, like, leaning against the bars and watching for guards, and the other one is, like, desperately chiseling behind their toilet to knock out a grate. And I'm, like, looking around, talking to the guards, being like, okay, you need to put the toilet away right now, because you're gonna get caught. And then, the first time we flipped it, I'm chiseling it away, and I'm going, I hear some footsteps, I'm gonna stop. And then Brian's like, oh no, the guard's here! And I'm like, it's okay, I put away my toilet. It was a good time, though. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I want to do it again!
Yeah, no, it is super, super fun, and I feel like the characters are fun, and the dialogue is interesting, and I actually give a shit about what happens to these people. Fuck Harvey. Hashtag fuck Harvey. Like, that guy's an asshole. Both of your characters have this thing against this dude named Harvey. Also, like, one of our characters has what looks to be, like, a hilariously old wife. I'm not sure how she's pregnant.
That's my wife.
Yeah.
I killed a man, and my wife is old and pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like she could be, like, between 40 and 60. Probably.
Neat.
But she's pregnant. And he's got... Brian's dude has, like, a young wife who's, like, 22 and a child.
Hence the robberies.
Yeah. I need money for my family, for my son.
And I need to not be blamed for my brother's murder, who I maybe didn't murder, but I'm in jail for doing a murder.
Yeah. Tegan, would you say that this is a thing that Rocky needs to play before the end of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, crazy business.
It's
yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
We tried to stream it, but we failed because we're bad at Twitch. So maybe next time Brian and Rocky can stream it or something. Like, I feel like I need to purchase this game so that, like, all three of us can play it at different times and have maybe similar and maybe different interactions. I think that'd be neat.
Yeah, various configurations I think is important for this one.
Yeah.
Because I definitely know that I want to run through the rest of this game with Tegan. I also know that I want to play this whole game a fucking entire second time with Rocky.
Right.
Like, yeah, like, it's weird. This game turns your friends into DLC. Because I know that I want to play this whole fucking game again. The thing is that, like, I know that I could conceivably play the game again and have it, like, I know I want to play again where I play as Vincent. You know, like, this time I'm Leo, I want to do Vincent next time. Like, it's really cool. This game has good feels.
I'm pretty sure we're, like, in our playthrough, we're doing a pretty good job of, like, not just not trying to catch hands, I think.
Yep. So, I think we're gonna, like, either mess with that again later tonight or tomorrow. Like, I feel like we're, like, maybe 40% of the way into our current run.
A little bit less.
Okay, yeah.
We're, like, 35% in.
Yeah, but it's a good time. We'll see where we get, like, later, but it's strong report. Like, it's a good ass time. I've also been playing Kirby Star Allies, which
How is it? It looks
Tegan,
cute.
Have you ever eaten, like, a lot of drugs?
No. I've eaten a lot of sugar.
Okay. Have you ever been, like, super drunk and are sure that you're walking faster than you actually are walking?
No, but I did get super drunk and run up a huge flight of stairs one time.
Oh, okay, this game is that.
Okay, cool!
Like, Kirby, I'm really fucking surprised at just, like, how slow Kirby walks. And I realize that a lot of that has to do with the fact that, like, part of the primary demographic for this game is, like, kids. Like, kid-ass kids. But, like, I'll be just walking along as Kirby, and I'm like, fucking Kirby, get a move on, motherfucker. Like, you are just absolutely just shambling along, just like...
Hey, Kirby's doing his best, man.
He's got tiny legs.
He's
got no legs and, like, wheel feet.
He's got no legs. He's a ball with shoes, man. He's a piece of gum with shoes.
No legs and wheel feet, be nice.
He's got to step it up.
Also, can't you just, like, dash everywhere?
Well, have I currently eaten something that lets me dash?
No, I think that's just, like, a thing Kirby can do. I think you can just run everywhere.
If there was a run in this game, I would have been fucking using it. Like, Kirby has no base run. I can, in theory, like, hover, and the hovering is a little bit faster. There are definitely little outfits I can get as Kirby that will make me go faster. Like, if I have a sword, there is a sword dash. And some of the other outfits, like, have, like, things which have mobility associated with them. So I try and use those. What kind of turns it into eating all the drugs is when you are maxed out on friends. So when Kirby is running around with 3 friends, that's like 3 AI, which are just rolling along with you as buddies. Yeah. And at which point, like, the game turns into this, like, really weird, slow, colorful chaos. You're just like, what the fuck is even happening? There was a point where I was doing a boss fight. I was fighting Meta Knight, right? And, like, the things are, like, just, I'm like, I think I'm hitting him. I guess I'm hitting him. His health is going down. I don't know. It's weird because it was just like, it's like 800 pieces of bubblegum just got barfed up on my screen at once. And
oh boy.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck is even going on here? I'm like, how can something which is going so slow be so visually confusing? Like, I don't even know. Like, it's weird. Like, I cannot strongly endorse this game. But I guess it's okay for some people. Like, I'm gonna try and see it through, but, like, I don't know. I'm not wild about it.
I feel like I gotta see what you're talking about. Because I remember playing through the demo, and, like, Well, things can get kind of chaotic. Well, I mean, things can get pretty chaotic. I still, I guess, had a handle of what was going on. I don't know.
It's weird because like some of the bosses are just like if you show up with like a decent configuration of buddies to some of the bosses, some of the boss fights will end up being like 30 seconds long. Like I showed up with a good configuration of dudes in the first area. You know, because like every Kirby game, like the first boss is like a fucking tree. So I show up to the tree, and like there's this thing where you can like if you press up on the D-pad, you know, Kirby will hold his sword up, and like if you have a friend who can charge up whatever your current power is, your friend will charge up that power, and then various other friends will charge up each other's powers as well. And so we all showed up, all with our powers appropriately powered up, and killed that tree in less than 60 seconds. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, I guess we're moving on to the next area. And when we eventually got to King DDD, dropped King DDD in, I believe, less than 2 minutes. Like, the first time a boss fight took me closer to 4 minutes was, like, Meta Knight. And even though that took a little bit longer, it was just like, okay, all right. And I think the reason that one was particularly visually confusing, Rocky, was that, like, one of the things Meta Knight does is make, like, duplicates of himself. And so you've got, like, 5 Meta Knights on screen, you and your 3 asshole buddies, and you're like, all right. And I guess everybody's here. Okay. The health bars are going down. That works. Cool. So I don't know. Like, it... I'm sure it's a game for someone. It's weird because I think that Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and even to an extent Splatoon 2, set the bar pretty high for, like, Switch exclusives. So I threw in this Kirby Star Allies kind of, like, expecting the clouds to part, and I think that I did not expect a B game. This is a B-ass B game. Also, my passionate love affair with Assassin's Creed Origins continues. That this expansion, Curse of the Pharaohs, is really good. I've spent more time like exploring like the way the game is dealing with the afterlife. Like, there's kind of a parallel to Mario 64 in this way, in that like you'll come to a particular pharaoh's tomb where you could enter their particular afterlife, and each afterlife is like a unique, smaller play space. So it's kind of like jumping through a painting in Mario 64. Like, I knew that when I came to Nefertiti's tomb, I would be going into Nefertiti's afterlife, which is, you know, the Field of Reeds, and has stuff like boats sailing on the reeds, and lots of giant scorpions, and, you know, birds with human heads. But then when I went to another one of the pharaoh's afterlife, their afterlife was like completely different, and was this like mostly like aquatic city where I had to like sail boats from like parts of the city to other parts of the city. And there were all of these like giant mirrors that were making the sun larger, and I was like smashing mirrors in order to like make the pharaoh show himself so that way I could fight him. They've even found like a way to like work all of this stuff into like Assassin's Creed lore, where like the reason that the deceased pharaohs are being impacted like this in the afterlife is because of the precursor technology, which is the whole, you know, drive of like, you know, Assassin's Creed plots in every game. And so I've really enjoyed just like exploring all of these various afterlives, and the way that some of the pharaohs, you know, will occasionally creep into the land of the living. Because those are timed boss battles. Like, when you fight a pharaoh in the land of the living, they'll only be there for a few minutes before they return to the afterlife. So you have to like fight them quick, or you don't get a chance to beat them because they'll just go back to the land of the dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do they come up like fairly regularly?
Usually at like at sunrise and sunset they'll appear. And one thing that you don't have as an advantage in the afterlife is the sun never sets. And so if you're doing like a lot of stealth-based gameplay, it is a lot harder in the afterlife because there's greater visibility, there are less shadows, so you have to be a lot more careful if you're doing a predominantly stealth build. Which is pretty cool too. Like there's an ability that Bayek gets in the game where he can like advance time to sunset. So if you press the advance time to sunset button in the afterlife, it's like time does not exist here. This is eternal. And you're like, oh, fuck me. Oh, well, scratch that.
Nice.
Yeah. So like it's a really big ass expansion too. Like I hadn't realized how big the landmass was that they added for the expansion. It's fucking huge. Like there's a shit ton to do. I consistently am just surprised at like how damn good this game is. Like it keeps on, like, for a game that was my game of the year, it still manages to find ways to surpass my expectations, and an excellent expansion is one of them. Like this could easily have been its own like $30 game. It good. Also been getting into Burnout Paradise Remastered. I know that it is a popular thing to say that like Burnout Paradise is like one of the best video games of all time, and easily one of, if not the best video game of the last generation. So I wanted to spend some time with it. I wanted to like play Burnout Paradise, and so it real good. It kind of makes me wish they made driving games like this now, but now like driving games are like either like Forza or Gran Turismo or Mario Kart. Like your choices are either like incredibly heavy sim with like lots of focus on like, and this is how the tires will react to water on the raceway, or here's what happens when like the wind hits your muffler, and I'm like, I don't care. Or it's like, ho, blue shell. And I'm like, where's just a fucking arcade racing game? And Burnout Paradise is kind of like, as near as I can tell, the pinnacle of that. You know, this big, beautiful open world arcade racer. And so that's been a lot of fun. And like, it's fun to just drive around in that game and be like, I bet I could do that sick jump and like crash my car through that billboard. And then you do. I like the fact that since they don't use real brands of cars in that game, they can show you giant fabulous wrecks and encourage you to have giant fabulous wrecks. Like, if I crash into those 4 cars, the wreck is going to look awesome. Oh, it does. Like, all of our cars are now like little crumpled tinfoil, and it's going to like give me like a slow-mo replay of the wreck. It's something that you could never do if like they had like licensed a bunch of Toyotas, because Toyota doesn't want you to like show their cars getting wrecked. So really cool. Lastly, I went to see that Tomb Raider movie, guys.
And how was it?
So my wife fell asleep.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean she fell asleep?
I mean, we were about 30 minutes in, and I hear...
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I'm like, Beth, wake up. She wakes up. About another 30 minutes later, she's back asleep. About 30 minutes later, I was jealous.
Oh, no.
It's not like offensively bad. It's not like Mortal Kombat Annihilation where you're like, holy shit, how did this get made? This is the worst. And it's not like dumb in a way that like the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movie was, where you're like, man, was this movie directed by a 14-year-old's boner? This movie's just like bland. This movie is like a continental breakfast at a fucking hotel. it just kept on going and going and going, and like trying to check all the boxes that it thought it need to check for being a Tomb Raider movie. And it just, I felt marketed to the whole time. Like, I didn't even feel like it was I was just like it was like, this is a reminder that Shadow of the Tomb Raider is coming out in September, and you'll probably want to play that. And I'm like, you know what? I wanted to play that anyway. You didn't need to like make this movie to get me to play that game. It kind of like defanged a lot of the stuff that makes the modern Tomb Raider games good. There were a bunch of like weird abandoned subplots. Like at one point, like early on in the movie, like there's obviously this guy who works in the kitchen of an Indian restaurant who has a crush on Lara, and his whole family is like, you should ask her. They never return to this subplot ever. Like never. They like bother to introduce him. They bother to give a name to the character. They bother to like have it show his whole family being like, you should ask her out. Oh, they show that they have romantic tension. They never return to these characters at all.
Yeah, it's probably going to be in the sequel.
Oh, also, like, Walton Goggins is like an actor who's really good at like playing like batshit, like crazy banana pants, like weird Christopher Walken ass villains. He does none of that in this movie.
None of it?
Yeah, he's like the most sedate. He's like Walton Goggins, attorney at law. He's like, hi, I'm here to like play someone who's very buttoned down and like normal. I'm like, why the fuck would you hire Walton Goggins to be in your movie if you're not going to have him go banana pants? I don't understand. So, I don't know. This is not the video game movie I recommend.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's really disappointing. I wanted it to be good.
Me too. You guys want to talk about some news?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So it looks like Vivendi has given up trying to buy Ubisoft and has sold all of their shares. Vivendi has abandoned plans of taking over Ubisoft. The two companies announced that Vivendi will sell off their entire stake in Ubisoft, which is 27.3%. Chinese mega corporation Tencent will be investing in Ubisoft as a long-term investor and strategic partner. Kind of a important point about Tencent and how big their share is and what the scoop is that the deal with Tencent is that Tencent gets 5% of the company. They're not allowed to buy any more, according to the terms of the deal, and they do not get a seat on the board, so they don't get to have voting rights on Ubisoft business. But why would Tencent buy 5% of a company that it doesn't get to have voting rights on and can't expand its holdings? The answer is that Tencent gets to be the Chinese distributor of Ubisoft's games. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's like a win-win because that this gives Ubisoft a foothold in the Chinese market, which is pretty hard for American publishers and Western publishers in general. Like, it's a thing that even like Activision has struggled with, but now like Ubisoft has got a partnership with Tencent out of this. The Guillemot brothers have resisted Vivendi's overtures, and the 27.3% is being divvied up amongst some like pretty interesting buyers. There's Tencent obviously getting some is being absorbed by the Guillemot brothers SE, which is the holding company for the founders of Ubisoft. Also, the Ontario Teachers Union Retirement Fund
What?
is getting 10% of it.
What?
Yeah. So, like,
Why?
Well, if you're a teacher in Ontario, part of your retirement will be funded by Assassin's Creed and stuff. So I think that's kind of neat. So it's weird because this feels kind of like win-win-win. Because the money that, like, Vivendi pumped into this, they pumped in something like, over the course of the 3 years of them trying to buy Ubisoft, they spent around like $740 million. But them liquidating their shares, their attempts to buy Ubisoft pushed up the value of Ubisoft. So now that they're dumping their shares are worth around 2.3 billion. So their failed attempt to buy Ubisoft is going to make them over $1 billion.
Oh, Jesus.
Plus now Ubisoft is not going to, be the victim of a hostile takeover, and Tencent makes money, and the Ontario Teachers Union Retirement Fund makes money. So I don't even know, man. There's, I think, at least one other company that is coming out of this that's picking up some shares. I can't immediately remember it, but what do you guys think about this? Like it looked for quite some time like Vivendi was going to, get them. But it's not happening. Like, Ubisoft was able to come through it, and part of the reason they said they was some of the choices they were making around the way their games are built. Like taking Assassin's Creed and no longer putting it out once a year, and Mario and Rabbids, and long-term support for like Rainbow Six and The Division and stuff. Like, is a independent Ubisoft good for the game industry? What do you guys think Vivendi is going to try to buy next?
I knew Vivendi had their foot in the water, but I don't think they had a real shot because they never got over 35%. I like what Ubisoft is doing now, and I guess like their ability to self-define has helped them do that. But the influx in cash definitely helped. Tencent partnering with Ubisoft is going to be interesting, I think, more for Tencent's OS, like offering Ubisoft games. Because, I mean, like, the Chinese market is basically walled off from the Western market. But, like, a lot of their games, like, at least from what I've seen, are kind of just, like, knockoffs of Western games. There are some original Chinese games, like, out there, and even games that have been made in, like, SEA. But they seem either, like, ports or derivative, and Ubisoft is doing new stuff, so they have a very good opportunity to clean up out there.
Yeah, like, I'm wondering, I mean, because once upon a time, Vivendi owned Activision. Which they went, they possibly did a better job at running Activision than Activision is currently doing themselves. But it's obvious that they want a hand in video games. Where do you think they're going to try and take their blood money next? I got a theory. I'd like to hear from you.
I could see them going for Telltale, but like Telltale's lost most of their people.
What's your theory?
Let me tell you the story of a little company in the wilderness called EA.
Oh, God. Alrighty.
I don't think that EA has the kind of, like, strong corporate leadership that comes from being, like, originally a family business. Because, like, that's something which people kind of forget about Ubisoft, is it was started by these fucking brothers, and they're still in charge. And so they're able to, lead with some pretty strong definition. And if I were to think about things that define EA right now, it's a bunch of really expensive contracts they have that are worth a lot of money, like with Disney and with the NFL, and an inability to adequately define themselves as a company. Like, EA doesn't know what EA wants, and they spend a lot of their time going, oh shit, fuck, we're sorry, please buy our products. And I just don't see that kind of company being able to fend off Vivendi. I don't think that they would go for WB Games because they're not separately traded from Warner. So they can't just like aggressively buy it up. They would have to go to Warner and be like, hey, do you want to sell off this division? And Warner's going to say like, oh, well, sure, for the right price, but that's probably going to be more than like Vivendi's willing to pay. Mm-hmm. And then like companies like, THQ Nordic or, Focus Home Interactive, while having interesting portfolios to gamers right now, are probably not big enough to make the kind of splash that they want to make.
Wait, hold on. Does EA have like the movable capital to buy EA without really hurting themselves? Because I mean,
could EA conceivably buy itself?
No. Could, like, because EA has like revenue that's coming in that's kind of outrageous. Like, they made nearly $1 billion on FIFA last year, and it came out that August. And I know Vivendi has money, but like for a hostile takeover, you need at least 51% of their shares. It is a publicly traded company. But offering a premium, like, for a company that's bringing in that kind of money, like, what does that actually look like?
So EA's market cap is $37.25 billion.
Right.
And let's see here.
So, I mean, like, half of that comes out to, like, 18.6. Do I have that right?
Yep.
Okay. And so, like, if they offered it, like, at a premium, that's likely somewhere between, like, 20 and, like, 22. Like, does Vivendi have, like, 22 billion to, like, drop to get a hold of EA?
Well, I mean, I guess one thing which is worth considering is they don't need to get that all at one time. I mean, like, their effort to buy Ubisoft was a 3-year-long battle. Where, like, they just kept on, like, chunking money into, buying Ubisoft stock. Like, whenever there was, like, a major shareholder who wanted out, they would just buy them up. Whenever there was a dip in the stock price, they would buy whenever, like, that stock was taking a beating. And I can see something like, EA, fucks up another Battlefront or something like that, which absolutely, takes a very short-term reactionary beating to their stock price, and Vivendi just being like, and getting in there when the market is overreacting to like a single game. Because it's obvious they want to get into video games. I mean, again, I'm just real curious as to how they're going to go about it. They can't buy Valve, because Valve is privately held. So, like, it would just be like Gabe Newell telling them to fuck off. They definitely don't have the money to buy somebody as large as Nintendo or Sony, because Nintendo and Sony have like pretty significant cash reserves and can fight off a hostile takeover if they wanted. There's no like the idea of like buying Microsoft is just out of the question. Like if we're talking about like cash reserves and ability to fend off hostile activity, like Microsoft has both Sony and Nintendo beat as far as like tools to do that. It just seems like the most obvious thing on the buffet for a company with Vendi's agenda would be EA at this point. Like they've already been to Activision. They got out of Activision, so obviously they looked at Activision's long-term prospects and didn't want any part of it. Maybe Square? Maybe trying to buy Square?
Wrong genre, I feel like.
Also, Square's like long-term prospects look kind of bleak, actually. I mean, Final Fantasy 14 still doing fine. Octopath Traveler isn't, like, I don't think it's going to be the surprise hit that Bravely Default was. And they're holding Kingdom Hearts 3 hostage because that's, like, their ace in the hole.
You see, but, like, when you guys are thinking Square, a lot of what you're thinking about when you think Square is Square's Japanese studios. But, like, a lot of Square's biggest money comes from their Western stuff. Like, remember, Tomb Raider is a Square title. Deus Ex is now owned by Square. Like, there's a bunch of stuff which is got value to it, but, like, Square is pretty famous for, like, their woeful mismanagement. I mean, like, this is a company which put out the most successful Hitman game that the series has ever seen, and, you know, cleaned up in Game of the Year awards and sold really well. And they're like, yeah, we still don't know how to make money with it. We'll have to get rid of the studio. Like, if like you're...
fools.
Yeah, so, like, if you're a bunch of, like, you know, evil investment capitalist sitting around with your money, like, I could see conceivably looking at a company like Square being like, we could run them better than they can run them.
I'd love to be an evil investment group with money sitting around. That sounds like a blast.
Have you heard about Toys R Us? They might have a different perspective.
I hate those goons. Those guys are gross.
Let's be those goons.
No.
I'm out.
I want to be...
Be them.
No, I want to be Leo. He's better.
We could use our evil powers for good.
That's a contradiction. It's a paradox, Tegan.
That's how you get Darth Vader. That's how you get Darth Vader.
I am Darth Vader.
Oh my god.
Ugh. Speaking of miscalculation and evil, there was a Nindy presentation, right, Tegan?
Yeah, that's not a miscalculation or evil. That's great news. What are you talking about? Nintendo is a beacon of hope.
I wouldn't go that far.
How dare you insult my number one sponsor, Nintendo, who doesn't actually sponsor me?
Nintendo, give us free shit.
Nintendo, I love your games, please.
So, Tegan, tell us about this thing.
So, like, they dropped a bunch of Nindies, man. Do you want me to go, like, one by one and we can talk about each of them?
Sure.
Okay. So the first one they did was Mask of the Ninja Remastered. So this is a remaster of the 2012 class... Mark. What? Is it? Mark? Mask? Whatever. It's a remaster of the 2012 classic from Clay Entertainment. Players will take control of a ninja who sneaks and stabs and outsmarts enemies in a handful of expertly designed 2D levels.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good ass time. You get to be a ninja, you get to sneak.
Sneaking.
Yeah. I mean, the only way it could be better if it was actually just Strider. No, I'm kidding. That's mean. But the game is really cool. I'm excited.
Alrighty.
It was one of the first games I installed on my GPD Win because that was a game that I wanted to play on the go. So I'm glad that they figured out that people want to play this game in a handheld form factor. So
you're gonna get to play it on the go
again.
What a joy! So the next game they announced was Fantasy Strike. And this is in a world where martial arts and magic mix together. Players will use Fantasy Strike's simplified controls to pull off special moves and combos in local online brawls.
I'm so stoked.
I'm really excited because I was worried about them because Fantasy Strike had a good idea. It was just they didn't get enough people to bite on it. But putting it on the Switch is a really solid move. I'm interested.
I'm kind of excited that the Switch is becoming this place for these I want to call them entry fighters or accessibility fighters, because between this and SNK heroines, there are games which are going to let players focus on learning some of those higher level fighting game concepts as opposed to just focusing on button inputs. So I'm stoked. This is a day one for me. I'm super stoked that I've got plans to be playing a bunch of fighting games on my Switch. That's super exciting to me. I also really love the art style of this game. Fantasy Strike just looks pretty and these characters are great.
I wonder if they finished that panda. I've been waiting on that. Did anyone see a panda in the trailer?
I saw no panda in the trailer, and I'm going to go ahead and call it a good thing.
Chill out. The panda's cool. It had mix-ups, but it was only in the demos.
Brian just hates pandas. Don't take it personally.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm over it. But yeah, Fantasy Strike was fun, and it's definitely enough to teach you stuff dealing with things like projectile camping. Well, okay, I'm not going to do that. But the idea that, there are things like zoning and mix-ups, things like counter hits that, you want to pay attention to. And it's very bare bones to the point that, if you have no idea how any of these things work, you don't have to worry about things focus attack dash canceling or things like burst limits in other games that have these really intricate mechanics. It's just this is a fighting game. It's very simple. All the basics are here. Hit some stuff. They die in about anywhere from 4 to 10 hits, and then you can start again. It's definitely a good game to gauntlet, especially if you're new to the scene.
Nice. So
also, I'm going to teach people how to block.
You're going to teach me how to block?
Yeah, I gotta. That's honestly, actually, this is one of my favorite bits about fighting games. If you look at how Western players and Eastern players play, Western players focus a lot on inputs, on landing the longest possible combo and optimizing damage. But they're not as successful as Eastern players who actually focus on their defensive options first. So when they're trying to learn new matchups, instead of trying to find what's the best way to attack this person, they figure out what's the best way to neutralize their offense. And they'll talk to other players and get them to send them versions of block strings, and then they'll input them in training mode, and then they'll just spend time blocking those block strings until it becomes muscle memory. Because, if you can neutralize their offense, it doesn't matter what they do. You just beat them instead. And then you force them to try to play the mix-up game. And then you can focus on the mix-up game because you're not worried about how to block whatever's coming at you. Blocking should be learned before you ever really press a button. And while that makes the game a lot less fun, it definitely makes you a lot more effective. You lose a lot less when you realize, okay, you're going to keep pressing buttons. I'm going to wait till you're done, and then I'm going to hit you when you try to press a button again. But that's a whole other thing. It's me ranting about fighting games.
Rocky's going to teach us all how to play fighting games. This is what I've learned today.
I'm going to try, man. I believe.
He's going to do it. I have faith.
Whew. Okay, what's the next game, Tegan?
The next game is Just Shapes and Beats, which is described as a musical bullet hell, where players are trying to stay alive to the beat of the music alone or online in multiplayer.
Let's go.
Yeah, it features music from 20 chiptune artists.
Wait, there's chiptune in this?
Yeah, there's 20 different chiptune artists in this, and it's going to be a timed exclusive on the Switch this summer.
Holy shit, I found my new party game, guys. This is it. Every party, 2K18, we're playing just shapes and beats, my guy. That's it. Let's go.
I'm real bad at tap games, but I am willing to try and get good for tap games. For this tap game.
Yeah,
it sounds like fun. It looks good.
There's another tap game that came out for the Switch called Vose. That was actually originally like a mobile tap game, and they basically Vose was it's a free game, but like the songs rotated out and everything. And so the Switch version, which was like $20, like basically just gave you all 200 songs, which included any new songs that they added to the catalog. You could only play it in handheld mode for like obvious reasons because you had to touch like all the inputs, and it didn't make sense to like touch while you're looking at the TV. Or rather, there wouldn't be anything to touch while you're looking at the TV. Like the inputs just wouldn't match. But like Vose is really cool, and the music's fun, and like the like beats. Well, like the notes got really intricate after a while. Like it was a really good time once you got to like rank 12 to like 14 songs.
Brian, are you gonna join us with this?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I actually just bought a rhythm game recently. It was the most impulse ass purchase. I bought a video game because the cover of the physical edition was fucking gorgeous, and I could not resist it. Limited Run Games put out the Metronomicon. And the cover of the Limited Run Games edition was just too beautiful to exist. And so I had to keep it and ensure that I could enshrine it properly. So I'm going to try and play a rhythm game, like, real soon. I'll report back depending on how that makes me feel. I may join in. I like bullet hells. Bullet hells are fun. So I'm going to give this a soft maybe leaning toward yes.
Ooh. Alright, well, we'll see how Rocky and I enjoy it, and then we'll let you know. How's that?
Sounds good.
Ready. The next game on the list is Garage. It's a gory game inspired by VHS-era B-movies, and it's going to come out this spring. It's a top-down shooter published by Tiny Build that has players slaying the undead with various weapons as they try to stay alive. I feel like this is fun. I feel like this is a game that's been done already. You know?
Yeah.
I have zero interest in this game. Like
this like case is actually pretty choice. But Garage is definitely a game that I've sunk some time into before. Like, I mean, not this one specifically, but you know, top-down gory like zombie shooter, and they can be fun. Like, I think I have one on Steam that I put something like 70 hours into over the course of a year. Because, like, I just, like, sat down for a while and just, like, shot down hordes every, like, couple... I think it was, like, a couple days a week for about, like, maybe 40 minutes at a time. Like, it was something to do. Like, I can't really think of anything about the particular experience that, like, really changed my life or was, like, really momentous. But it was a good way to pass some time. Like, just turn your brain off and shoot at some zombies while you're running around in the space.
Like, I feel like I want these games to be very strongly one of two things. Either be a very precise puzzle-like game, kind of like Hotline Miami, where you're like, I gotta come in through that door, shoot this guy, move over here, pick up the bat, hit this guy, back up over here, grab the shotgun, go through this door, shoot that guy first, then shoot that guy, and where you're kind of like figuring out a violence puzzle. Or I just want to be in a room with fucking 900 guys and I want to murder them all and I want it to play like Smash TV. And I didn't get a real strong vibe off of what they showed that it was doing either of those things well. So, I don't know. And maybe it's just because, like, the whole, like, you know, VHS B-movie thing that it was doing, that I was like, you don't seem like you're doing that particularly well either. Like, I don't know. Like, again, like, I would always like to be surprised, but this does not yank my crank.
Yep. I don't know. The next game is Pool Panic. It's got 100 levels of players taking aim at cities, jungles, and deserts solo or with up to 4 friends in local multiplayer. It's basically like everything is pool. I don't know.
It reminds me of Golf with Your Friends, but like cleaner. And it could be cool.
This yanks my crank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into this.
Okay.
I liked the aesthetic. It looked real silly. I liked the themes of some of the puzzles. You know, the trailer for this game looks goofy. I'm gonna give this a go.
Next game was Bomb Chicken. It's an absurd action platformer that has you playing a bomb-laying chicken. Use bombs to defeat enemies and solve puzzles. And it's coming out in the summer. I don't know.
I feel like Brian needs to play this game.
Yeah, that's like a Brian game. It's definitely not a Tegan game.
I'm so fucking marked out for Bomb Chicken, guys. I'm so
There it
ready
is.
for Bomb Chicken.
I feel like you've been personally targeted and attacked.
It's like, how do we sell Brian a platformer?
I mean, that's a good start.
Yeah, it's not hard to sell Brian a platformer.
But then they made it a Bomberman platformer, and like, oh, that's cool. But what if your avatar was a chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, what if there was movement puzzles that involved standing on bombs and you were trying to overthrow an evil restaurant called BFC? Fucking sold. Let's do it right now.
Oh, God.
Like, yeah.
Speaking of Sneak King, like, successors, man.
Bomb Chicken is a successor where you play as chickens trying to destroy KFC. Congratulations. Here you go.
Come on, Tegan, it's BFC.
BFC, whatever.
It's
big
legally
frickin'
distinct.
chicken. You gotta kill the big frickin' chicken.
Yep. Yeah.
Big freaking chicken.
I'm way on board. Come on, Bomb Chicken, let's do this thing.
Oh, boy.
Game of the year 2K18.
Chill out, man.
Oh, boy. Anyway, so yeah. Then we've got Lumens Remastered.
Luminous.
Luminous.
What? Yeah. It's spelled Lumens. I watched the direct. And I know they said Lumines, but it's spelled Lumens.
No, it's Lumen-es.
Lumens!
Like you use all the vowels.
All the
They're all there for you.
I just want to use some of them.
Well, they're all there.
We don't need all the vowels. This is English. We don't use all the vowels. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a classic music-based puzzle game that's going to be an HD remake on the Switch. This version will feature single-player and local multiplayer.
So, I love Lumines. I've put at least 250 hours into this game before, and I was like, oh, what version was it? Like, I remember, like, I was super upset because I didn't get it on PSP because I didn't own a PSP. I was a DS boy at the time. But I played it on something else. I want to say PS2, PS3. I can't remember. But I'm actually, like, a little disappointed that this game won't have, like, online multiplayer when I had a game like Puyo Puyo Tetris with reliable online multiplayer.
I have never played this game. I consider it a personal gap in failing.
A gap in failing.
Yep,
A gap in failing.
It is a gap in my catalog, and it is a personal failing that I've never played it.
Gotcha.
So I am looking forward to finally playing this game. So, considering that I love Rez, the fact that I've never played this is like, Brian, you done fucked up. So, like, yeah, I'm gonna get in there. Tegan, how you feel about this?
Okay.
I feel you.
Good. Like, if you say it's real good and I have to play it, I'll play it, but like,
I mean, Luminous is good, but it's not like Medios. Actually, I miss Medios, like, a lot.
Is it like a Celeste where I'm gonna have to play it?
Nah.
Well,
Well, I mean, I don't think you have to play it because it's not the original release. Like, this is a re-release.
Yeah.
You know, just like nobody has to play Burnout Paradise because that's a re-release. Like, this is the same kind of thing. You do have to play Celeste, but I think you're off the hook here.
Oh man, I want to listen to like the Undertale soundtrack while doing like a run of Celeste. Like, I mean, I love the Celeste soundtrack; it's really great. But like, I want to see how those memories interact. I feel like Hopes and Dreams would like really interact with like the last level. I think I get some real feels.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll deal with that later. What's the next game?
Next game is Reigns, Kings and Queens. You take control of your kingdom by swiping left and right on the various quests from people in your kingdom. The Switch version will feature an exclusive local co-op multiplayer mode when it launches. I feel like I've seen some Let's Players play this. I don't know if it's something I'm interested in, personally.
It's tender.
It's Tinder?
Yeah.
Tender. Oh, it's Tinder.
Tinder or Tender? T-I-N or T-E-N?
T-I-N.
Okay.
Never mind.
The main game mechanic in this game is swiping right or left to make binary decisions of yes or no. It'll like show you a person who wants to gain entrance into your kingdom, and you need to determine whether or not you're going to let them into the kingdom, and so you swipe right or left. Like, the idea of, like, Tinder as a game has, like, fascinated me for years, because, like, when Tinder accidentally admitted that there was a score that individual users could impact, like, a player.
Damn it, I knew I forgot to do something.
Yeah. Are you remembering this conversation, Rocky?
Yeah, no, I never actually emailed Tinder to get my actual score last June. Fuck.
But like
something.
Eons ago, when Rocky and I were on a different podcast, and we were talking about a game called Firewatch, I can't even remember how it came up, but we talked about the idea of the invisible Tinder score. And the idea that, like, Tinder assigns a user a value like a player, and that it is possible to get a perfect score in Tinder. And at that time, Rocky indicated that he was going to try and
win.
He was going to try and win Tinder.
Yeah. I mean, I beat my friend. I remember that. Oh, no, I did email him for that score. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
My bad.
But I think it's cool that game developers are kind of, like, recognizing, the game components of Tinder and then just making them forward-facing to the player. That's neat. And I think that a lot of people probably skipped Reigns because it made its biggest splash on mobile, so cool to see it come into the Switch.
Next game is Lightfall, a fast-paced platforming adventure where players take control of the Shadow Core and magic box that propels them through each of this game's stages. It will also feature a speedrun mode and global leaderboards. Brian, it's a platformer. That means you want to play it, right?
I don't know. I just saw that little box the dude was throwing in the trailer. And, like throw a box, jump on the box, throw a box, jump on the box, do it real fast. And
it's a platformer, Brian! And it's pretty. I'm gonna play it. It looks good. I think it looks like fun.
Am I being platform shamed here?
Yeah, you're being platform shamed. You like platformers.
I mean, it's only shame if you let it, Brian. You could just, like, enjoy the fact that you enjoy platformers. It doesn't have to be painful at all.
I enjoy platformers.
It's cool, man.
All right.
I'm happy for you.
I like jumping on shit.
I think I'm actually going to skip Lightfall.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting. That's why I was like, it's like, don't tell me how to feel. I'm just not into it.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to get through this list because there's an entry on this list that I'm a little sad didn't get ready in time for this because I realized they made an announcement, and now I understand why they made that announcement, and it's because it wasn't going to be a part of this list. Yeah. What's the next thing, Tegan?
Next thing's West of Loathing, which is a Wild West themed goofy stick figure RPG with puzzles, puns, and turn-based combat. I'm not interested.
I'm super interested.
I'm super not interested.
It sounds like The Longest 5 Minutes, but like West themed.
Well, but it's stick figures.
Oh, really? Stick figures?
It's really stick figures.
Oh, I'm out. Never mind.
Very much stick figures. It's black and white stick figures. I'm not into it. I mean, the stick figures have faces at least, but like, not my style.
True enough. I'm with it.
I don't know. Brian, you'll have to tell us how it is, apparently.
True.
Yeah, like, I missed it when it came out on PC last year. It was one of those, like, I'll make time, and then I never made time. And I know that, like, coming to Switch is the perfect excuse to do it, so I'm gonna do it.
Let's see. The next game is Pode. Pode is a co-op puzzle game inspired by Norwegian art and culture. I know, looked pretty. I'm down. It'll be another game that I'll play with Alex and then get really pissed that he's not playing it right. You know. I'll let you know how the wedding planning is going after that happens.
# relationship goals.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
You're not into a lot of these.
I was stoked for Mark of the Ninja. I was stoked for Fantasy Strike. I was stoked for Pool Panic and Bomb Chicken and Luminous Remastered and Reigns and West of Loathing.
Let's see what else. Then we got The Messenger, a unique side-scroller that lets players switch between an 8-bit and 16-bit look as they time travel through the adventure. The game is going to feature a mix of upgrades, abilities, and speedrunning opportunities. It looks like we're excited. Brian just typed in "Let's go."
Yeah, that's Brian.
Let's go is like Rocky's phrase, so I was like,
Yeah, no, Brian can have "Let's go." I have the extremely elongated "Let's go."
Oh, gotcha. So, okay.
Yeah. I'm cool with, like, "Let's go." Like, 90s, like, kid cartoon. Or, like, G.I. Joe. I'm alright with that.
Alrighty. So it sounds
I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm on board. The shtick of reverting back and forth between, like, 8 and 16-bit aesthetics, which will materially change, like, the mechanics and playstyle. I'm super into that. That's neat. It's one of those things that if they execute it well, that could be super good. I have the fear, though, because, like, that seems to be the kind of thing that if they fuck it up, the game will be real annoying. So, I'm going in, but I do contain the fear. If they pull it off, though, I'll be super excited.
All right. What's the next one?
Then we got Bad North. You defend strongholds in a Viking-themed rogue light real-time strategy game.
Wait, I'm confused. How is it tower defense, roguelite, and RTS?
I don't know. You go to different islands and different stuff attacks you? It looks, maybe?
Sometimes, Rocky, when a bullet point loves another bullet point.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yep.
Brian, I just want you to tell me what this thing does. I'm just trying to understand.
as near as I could tell, it's just a bunch of fucking Vikings shooting arrows off a cliff.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And boats.
Yep, that was basically my impression. I watched the trailer. It seemed like a total snooze fest. I'm like, those Vikings sure are shooting that arrow off a cliff.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep, and then the last game dropped in the Nindy was the Banner Saga 3. The first 2 titles in the series are also going to come to the console, so we can play through the entire adventure on the Switch. Players' choices will also carry over through each of the titles.
Okay, so it's one of those like big player choice, choose your own adventure type of deals.
It's more of a strategy, like field-based RPG, like a Fire Emblem kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it's less Telltale, more your dudes could die or lose an eye, and you should probably figure out who to hump kind of games.
Yeah, like Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Or Mass Effect. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. Those things definitely, like, I mean, they're high investment, but usually they're worth the trouble. I'm interested.
So, Rocky, what are you so, like, what was the thing that was not on... First of all, I just got to say this about this thing. I kind of just wish this Nindy presentation had been part of the Direct, because I didn't feel like this brought enough hot fire to be worth its own thing.
I mean, it was like, what, 20 minutes?
Yep.
How long was it?
It was 20 minutes.
I don't know.
30 minutes?
I
feel like the reason it was its own thing was because they didn't want to do a whole, big Direct.
Yeah. And so, like, if they did a full Direct, this stuff wouldn't be a story, I think. It would have disappeared in the noise. And it's like, yeah, there's a bunch of Nindies coming out, but, like, the new Metroid visuals are here. And, like, they wouldn't care about the Nindies. That's why they gave them their own thing.
I think it could have been part of the last Direct. Like, the last Direct had quite a few ports in it, so they could have probably afford to have given more time to, like, indie stuff.
But, like, the last Direct was already 40 minutes. Like, so you make it a whole hour and you spend 20 minutes on Nindies?
Yeah.
I feel like this might have been more potent. We'll see how the sales turnouts go.
Yep.
Yeah. But the game that I was thinking about was Wizard of Legend, which is like it's a top-down, like, it looks like really brawly, but it has but you're decidedly a caster. And you're really mobile, you get dashes, you get like AoE spells, you get like attacks. So it's very like run around and hit stuff like Dynasty Warriors, but it's all 8-bit and top down, and like it moves really quickly. It looks really cool. But I do know that like the week that this announcement happened, they posted on their Twitter that they got the green light from Nintendo, but they finished their content, but they needed to go through QA with Nintendo, so it wasn't going to be ready for the Nindy showcase. But they still wanted to show that they're a Nindy and they're actually progressing and stuff. So I guess it was like something that they were hoping for, that they might be ready in time for the Nindy Direct, but they weren't.
I'm looking at this game now. Holy shit, this looks fucking awesome.
Right? Fucking Wizard of Legend is gonna be dope as fuck, but like, it's not ready yet. So that's the whole thing.
It's not ready yet.
This looks like I'm pretty. Yeah, all right. This is cooler than anything else that was in that fucking presentation.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
So like, whenever Tegan, Wizard Legends coming out on the Switch, and like that's something that like we all legitimately need to play. It's probably not gonna be Game of the Year. I have no idea, but it's gonna be dope, Tegan. It's gonna be a great fucking time.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. I mean, I'm pretty far behind on games I gotta play for Game of the Year, so I'm working on it. I'll try.
Yeah, hopefully this, like, I don't think it's gonna make it for like a summer release. I think this might come out sometime like September if they're smart, but it might end up being something closer to like Black Friday, which kind of sucks. But that's a whole.
Well, I mean, it all depends on whether or not they make it under the wire, you know.
Yeah, but like Wizard of Legend looks fucking dope as shit, and like I remember looking over this when the doc was coming up, and I'm like, that's right, they didn't show anything for that, but I remember that tweet. But yeah, like Wizard of Legend looks fucking sick. There's another game. I don't know.
Oh Jesus. Rocky, apparently they've moved up Black Friday.
Two?
Wizard of Legend will be dropping on Nintendo Switch April 3rd.
Let's go! Oh my god, I'm so hype.
Oh man, Rocky just died.
Happy birthday to motherfucking me.
I literally heard him explode.
Like, I'm really stoked. I just found out about, like, you just found out about a game and then find out that it's coming out in 2 weeks is kind of a neat feeling. Like,
yeah. Guys, check out Wizard of Legend. It looks super fucking sick. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, Steam, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, all April 3rd. So pick your platform and go.
Oh, wait. Do we have a date for Dead Cells for Switch?
Not yet.
Damn. I'm waiting on that too. But that and Fallen Legion, which is also coming to the Switch, I think May 29th, is also something I'm really excited for that didn't make the Nindies Showcase for some reason, but they tweeted it out. I do know that the game's going to be easier than that one weird-ass werewolf level that we had at EVO, but I like the way that you, like, cycle your inputs, that you have, like, these... You have to, like, memorize certain monsters, like, block strings after a while. It's stuff like that. It looks really cool. I'm gonna be excited. Okay, but anyways, I'm leaving Nindies alone for a while. We got other news to get through. So we got some more Nintendo news, but it's more like roundup stuff. Nintendo was, they're hosting the Splatoon 2 World Championship and a Smash Bros. Invitational, and they'll both be streamed. ARMS was not invited. The Smash Bros. Tournament is going to be for Smash Switch, which people are still unsure if it's a port or if it's a new game. I'm pretty sure it's a port, but it might be a new game. We'll see. But we have no dates on release yet. The Splatoon 2 qualifier for US and Canada, also called the Inkling Invitational, starts April 21st. Is it actually online? Tegan, do we have word on that?
Is what online?
The Inkling Invitational.
The Inkling Invitational? They haven't announced yet. It sounds like it sounds like the qualifiers might be, but then the actual, like, invitational is gonna be in, like, the actual competition is gonna be in Cali.
Okay. I can vibe with that. I mean, I don't have a team or anything, but that's cool. Also, eShop sales exceed physical copies for the first time in Nintendo history. In a Nindies panel at GDC, Nintendo talked about how its digital sales of its third-party games for the Switch and Nintendo DS are exceeding sales of traditional boxed games in the US, which actually makes a lot of sense, because while I appreciate, like, the cartridge-based games that we have on the Switch, uploading, or rather having, like, downloaded your entire library is a lot more efficient. I actually recently just upgraded because I was using the SD card, or the micro SD that I had in my 3DS, which is like 32 gigs, and I recently just got a 128, and I'm really excited to fill that thing out.
Yeah, I got a 200 when I got my Switch, and I'm so glad I did.
I got a 124, but, like, I still prefer physical games. I don't know. Maybe it's because I only play one game for, like, 6 months at a time.
I get that. I like being able to switch between a lot of stuff, especially with these, like, 3 platformers that I have. Nintendo highlighted their top 10 best-selling indie eShop games to date, which are SteamWorld Dig 2, Stardew Valley, Kamiko, God bless Kamiko, Celeste, Fast RMX, Golf Story, God bless Golf Story, Enter the Gungeon, Overcooked, NBA Playgrounds, and Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. These are all bangers, actually.
I don't know about that NBA Playgrounds, man.
It's pretty good, man. Like, don't sleep on it. Also, Splatoon apparently was initially tested with Yoshi as the main character. There was a picture of a Splatoon test footage featuring a blue Yoshi during the Nintendo Splatoon panel at GDC 2018. The talk also recalled some facts that we already knew about Splatoon games, like how rabbits were once considered as the series protagonists instead of Inklings. So there is a instance of a universe in the multiverse where the Inklings are just played by Rabbids.
No.
Like Mario.
Okay.
Is not a fan.
It's a new Switch. It's a new Smash on Switch, and Rabbids are going to be playable characters.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. Rabbids will be assist trophies in the port.
No way. No way. They're
they just-
actual original characters. You get all the Rabbids, all 4 of them.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. I just considered that there is a long shot possibility that we could get Rabid Peach in Smash, and that makes me so excited.
I want her final Smash to be a selfie. She whips out her camera and does a selfie, and it just flashes the entire screen so no one can see except her.
What if Rabbids are like Kirby's, in this sense? Like you start off with Spawny, and then you end up stealing not steal. I guess you would have to steal their powers instead of mashing up with someone. I don't know. That'd be interesting. But in addition, Nintendo at their talk included some previously unseen work of the Rabbids, who are clearly designed in the same slick style as the Inklings, though maybe a little angrier. All the Rabbids. Also, surprising no one, Zelda Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year at GDC 2018.
I'm really looking forward to a lot of the talks from GDC getting posted this year. As I am every year, but some really good ones this year.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's a lot of talk about you. Well, actually, I think it's mostly Kotaku, but they're really trying to push the idea of developers unionizing, especially at GDC.
Yeah, I definitely saw some of that. From what I understand, there was a lot of union talk at least one roundtable. I'm not sure how much traction it actually got. It'd be interesting to talk to some folks who went. I know that frequent guest of the show, Joe Spiro, went to GDC this year. So I'd be interested to get some boots on the ground feedback about the vibe of the conference and find out, whether it was something he was feeling in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to watch some of these talks. Yoko Taro did a talk about inspirations and design choices for Nier Automata, and I cannot wait to watch that talk. I saw a little snippet of it where he was talking about how Coca-Cola vending machines from India helped inspire the UI for the game.
That's
and
cool.
I watched this particular Coke machine. I was like, oh, I can actually see the through line here. That's really cool. So
Rocky,
yeah,
please play that game. Please. I'm begging you. It's so good.
It's on my list of things.
It's
that
so
I gotta
good!
do. Oh my god.
I really hope that I want to add a category this year to our Game of the Year just called Old Game of the Year, which is a game that didn't come out this year, so it's not going to be eligible in other categories, but impacted us the most. So that way we can have a place to talk about things like Nier Automata or Final Fight, which are games that certainly didn't come out this year, but
were so good.
Had impacts on us. You know what else had an impact on us?
What?
The magic of the Steam Marketplace.
Did it?
Alright, what do we got this week, man?
What trash game are we going to be playing?
Well, 66 games came out on Steam yesterday. I feel like that's low compared to some previous weeks.
Yeah, we've been hitting 70s and 80s.
I think one week we had 112.
Something like that.
This is probably the most amazing and magnificent increase in titles that have happened during the course of recording. When we started, there were 4 games out today, but we are now up to 10. I always enjoy refreshing the new stuff tab during the show just to see how quickly games are coming out on Steam. So here's what we've got today. Murnitan. It's a humans versus aliens first-person shooter combined with RTS. What? It's free to play. And it's been out for a couple hours and has already managed to rack up 3 negative reviews.
Lovely.
Yes. Let's see here. Fear, spelled Pheer.
Nope.
It is 74... Wait a minute. Tegan, I'm surprised. Like, what? Why? Like, all I got was spelling the title, and you're like, nah, I'm out. Like,
I'm out. I'm super out at that point.
All right, so
Pheer.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
No.
Right, see? Rocky's out now, too. It's just dumb.
It is dumb.
It is 74 cents. This platforming puzzle game telling the story of a boy and his faithful puppy, where they find themselves in a beautiful and unusual world. This is a platforming puzzle game. For many years, they lived on a small island where it was peaceful and quietly, which made boredom. Oh, that's a good sentence. They went on a journey to the far corners of the earth to dispel boredom and try their luck in search of treasure.
Dispel boredom! And try treasure luck! Yay!
At first it was calm and fun. Slowly discovering new places, they found treasures and many joyful emotions. But something happened to the little puppy. After a quiet night on the marvelous island, the boy's faithful friend suddenly disappeared. Someone should help the boy figure out where best friend ran away from him. 20 unique levels, atmospheric world, nice soundtrack, convenient control, wide variety of obstacles.
Why dog run away when on mysterious island magic? No thank you. Please to find pleasant emotions and treasure.
Polyworld.
Wait, is this like Polly Pocket World?
This is not Polly Pocket World. This game is also not about banging it out with 8 people.
Is it Polygons?
I think it's Polygons.
Oh, okay.
Polyworld is a rhythm-based game which combines amazing levels of different difficulty and carefully selected soundtracks. It is also $6.99.
I mean, that's better than 74 cents, but, like, I don't know, man.
We've also got Face Au Train. Face Au Trains, and then there's some, it's in the description is entirely in French. It appears to be a VR game where you're waiting for a train, I think. Yep, it is a VR game about waiting for the train.
This sounds like a Pixar short.
Let's see here. Torque, simulation begins.
Nope, I'm not playing anything called Torque.
It is $2.99. Torque is a 2-player online co-op only game. It's a 2-player online co-op game that you can play with someone from your Steam friends list. Throughout the game, you solve puzzles using different spheres. Oh, it's shitty A Way Out. Okay. Alright, that's cool. Terrorism TRRT. Music-powered action, catch the rhythm, and beat 'em up. This music-powered beat-em-up game. Follow the rhythm of the music to defeat the security systems that keep any sound from society. It's a musical beat-em-up?
Okay.
Alright.
For how many dollars?
It's not live for purchase yet. They just loaded the page. Oh, and it's going to be in early access. I'm out. Okay. Achievement Hunter Witch. Oh, it's the next entry in the Achievement Hunter series.
Already?
Yeah. the last entry in the Achievement Hunter series was last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad to know that he's still at it. Good job, Poodlin Industries.
Poodlin Industries. Poodlin it out.
Black Box. Black Box is an emotional roller coaster ride through the childhood memories of Sammy, a Syrian boy who shares personal stories of happiness and joy intertwined with unspeakable moments of sadness and remorse. It appears to be a VR game about being a Syrian refugee.
That sounds like it has potential.
And lastly, Benjamin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, this one's got an age gate on it. One moment while I tell this interface how old I am. All right. All right. Benjamin Johnson is an investigative adventure game based on the game's world and the interaction of the player with that. That is not a really good sentence. The player will investigate into the homicide of Mark Kingdom through her/his interactions with other characters. The investigations will evolve in different ways. Let's see here. The player will take the guise of a private investigator, Benjamin Johnson, called by the Overcast City Police Department to clarify the murder case within 5 days. After that, the process against one suspected homicide will take place. She is Annette Kingdom, widow of the victim, the entrepreneur Mark Kingdom, that was found dead in his bed. The cause of death is the consumption of poison. The game has not a linear development. The player is introduced into the city. Time passes during investigation. Benjamin have to investigate to find out something useful for final process, go in the right place, interact with who could have useful information, find evidences to valorize his assumption in front of the judge in the final process day after 5 days from beginning of investigation. What the fuck is this? The player have possibility to manage movements of Benjamin and his interactions with other characters in the way he prefers. Every route adopted have different consequences in the development of investigations in their epilogue. Benjamin Johnson is a game intended for an adult audience and includes sexual allusions.
Oh, God.
Violence. Foul language.
Murder me.
Partial nudity.
Please.
Gambling with real currency.
What?
What? Why? Why?
What? Partial
What the
nudity
shit?
and gambling with real goddamn money. No.
Fuck this game.
Nope.
Oh my god. I was perfectly fine letting this game exist in its like own worthless cesspool, but now
it's
Brian,
a mess.
Now we have to burn it to the ground.
Report it
if
to
not
Steam.
Only to protect humanity. What do you think is going to happen when EA finds this game?
This
man?
is illegal. Murder it.
Kill it with fire.
Not in my backyard.
Oh my god. God damn it. Oh, man.
I'm fascinated to know that apparently Benjamin Johnson is really and truly a bridge too far for y'all.
Ridiculous. We were both like, yeah, okay, this is dumb. What? Excuse you? Me? No.
Can't abide this, Brian. I'm surprised you can.
I don't know what to say. Was it the partial nudity?
No, I've seen that. I'm aware of partial nudity in video games. The combination of the partial nudity, the violence, the nonsense, and gambling with real currency. Like, that was the line. when they added all this other bullshit in addition to gambling with real currency.
I doubt that you're actually gambling with American dollar bills. I'm sure that it's the representation of American dollar bills on screen.
I bet it's goddamn real American dollar bills.
See, that's the thing. That's why Brian's not concerned. He's convinced that the threat isn't as real as it is. And as soon as he does...
Well, Steam has a disclosure that you have to have when there are in-app purchases... And I don't see that disclosure on this. And so I think that this is just a case of this guy not necessarily knowing how words fit together or what they mean. So I suspect that there is not actual gambling going on in this game. I am looking at a screenshot right now of a hilarious slot machine. And if this guy actually asks you to put money into this slot machine, then good on him. That's hilarious. But I doubt it. I doubt it.
Yeah, we'll see. See how long it lasts.
All right. Well, geez, that's what came out on Steam today. God. Thanks, Steam. We appreciate the good work you do. I mean, Gabe needs knives. Rocky, there's music on this show, right?
Yeah, man. You know, our dude Big Sach put it out for us. It's at the beginning and the end of the podcast. You can find him and his other work on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Big Sach. Or you can follow him on Twitter, at Hillary_Swank. And, you know, while you're out there, while you're on the internet, it'd be really cool if you found a moment to leave us a review. You can leave them on iTunes, on Google Play, or Stitcher. We'd be really appreciative. In fact, we'd be most appreciative if you found the time to leave it on iTunes. So much so that Brian will get you a biscuit once you leave that review.
It's true.
So we also have a Discord. Usually try to be on it on Thursdays when we're doing show prep. But, you know, just come by whenever. It's linked on the Facebook. It's linked on the Twitter. And it's also on the Tumblr now, I think. Do I have that right, Tegan?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And we're streaming. I'll be around for Monster Hunter Mondays. I will try to figure out how to make up for Final Night Fridays because we got mixed up this past week. But we'll come back stronger than ever before. And I think that's all our business for today. Right?
Our cats want mail. Please send our cats mail. You can convey these messages to our cats using Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr.
The review system.
Yep.
Whatever the fuck you want, really.
Just get the message to these cats. They're bored. They want to talk to you.
In the meantime, they're just sitting in the empty mailbox looking sad because they'd rather be sitting on all of your letters. That's what cats do. They sit on the whatever it is you're trying to look at.
As long as it fits.
Well, guys, I think that's a show. All right, y'all. Well, peace.
Bye.
It's official.
Later.
Suck.